Stickweed.
You want to dance, Ronnie? I want a polka.
If you like pina coladas, get caught in the rain. If you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the cape.
Hello everyone, this is Chef Butters, and this video will be an overview of how to create macros on the release of Classic WoW. As a heads up, these macros, they will not work on the private servers, guys. It's only going to work on the actual retail Classic WoW. So first off, I will talk about the macros and their simplicity, just do an overview of simple macros, and then at the end, I will talk about how you can combine these macros to make something that you're looking for. Right off the bat, I would like to just say the very simple one that everybody knows for the most part, but if you don't, this is why this video is here. Guys, hashtag show tooltip and your ability name will allow you to show the ability on the macro. So if you make a macro and you want it to look a certain way from your abilities, just do this macro here. And for example, to that, you could do show tooltip and your ability name. So for example, I would maybe as a warrior, I could do hashtag show tooltip space rend, and it'll show rend. And then if I want to use some commands behind that, it'll use that ability still, even though it looks like a rend. So next macro we will talk about is our dismount macro. There's two different ways you could do this. There's only one way that I would prefer. It's a very easy way, which is /dismount. You can also, if you wish, use /cancel aura and your mount name. The next macro I would like to talk about is a mod alt macro. And I'll give examples to why you might want to use such a macro as this. For example, you might use this macro for Shadow Word Pain, as shown in Kala's videos. You could use this, for example, a Shadow Word Pain rank 1, and you could use this to pop somebody out of stealth. Maybe they're drinking in PvP and you want to get them out and you want to be efficient about it. You could use a rank 1 ability because it's less mana, right? And you get them out of that situation. You can cancel what they're doing. If you use just your spell, which is a follow-up, if you just put just a spell and not the rank, it'll use the max level rank. So in this case, we have a spell rank 1, we have the spell, and now we have an option with the mod alt. We can alt hit our key binding, and that will use the rank 1. If we don't hit alt and we just hit the key binding, we'll just use the spell. And this allows you to be more efficient with your abilities. You don't have to put two different abilities on your bar. Alright, so the next up macro we will talk about is the mouse over macros. Healers love using these macros, but everybody could use these pretty much for every class for some kind of ability, and I'll explain what kind of abilities you might want to use those for. So what you do with the mouse over macro is you target the party unit frames if you're trying to target a party member, and you can mouse over that person's name. For example, if you're trying to heal them, let's say we'll just say mouse over flash heal. So we will move our cursor over the party member, click the key binding, and it'll cast on top of them, right? You don't have to actually click that individual. You can also use it, you don't have to use the unit frames. You could literally hover over the target in front of you in the game, use whatever ability as long as it's in range, and you're golden. You could use this for a multitude of things, not just healing. You could use this for entangling roots for a druid, for example. If you're trying to CC a target and you don't want to click that target, it's a little chaotic, it makes it a little bit harder. You also save the time, it's efficient in that sense. You just hover your mouse over the target and you click your CC ability, whatever it may be. And that would be pretty much what a mouse over macro does. The next macro is a channeling macro. This is very handy for this reason. So /cast, no channeling, and then whatever channeling ability you may have, warlocks, priests have them, life drain or mind flay, whatever, you can, for example, if you are trying to cast mind flay as a priest and you're spamming the ability, what it will naturally do without having this macro is it will cancel the ability, and you don't want that for your channel, of course. So what you can do with this is for your channel abilities, do no channeling, and it will not cancel it as you're trying to spam that button. Next up would be the /start attack. This is used for many melee users. You could technically use it for a caster if you want, but what this allows you to do is it just automatically starts your auto attack from your basic weapon, right? And this is handy, very handy for many reasons. Very simply, what this allows you to do is if you are trying to fight things and you're going about, you have to right click the target to auto attack, or you have to click the attack button, right? Well, to put this in front of most of your melee abilities is a great thing, because now in a battle or whatever, you're dueling somebody, you're fighting somebody in the world, you don't have to worry about that click now. Your abilities are automatically starting your auto attacks. It's great for like stance changing to keep that start attack up for warriors. For many things, this is a great macro command for putting in front of abilities and things of this sort. Next up, we have equip macros. This is very simple, and I'll give you some examples. You know, for example, we could use a dual wield equip macro. If say we have our sword and our shield on us right now, we want to pop into our two-hander, or you could pop into a two-hander, or you could pop into two one-handers. If you want to do two one-handers, you just do /equip the weapon. Next line, you're doing /equip the offhand. This will automatically switch to those weapons as long as they're in your bags. And what you have to do is you don't just do weapon or offhand, you have to put the name of your actual weapon into the macro. So if I have a rusty dagger and a rusty sword, you put those into the corresponding spots in the macro. So /equip rusty dagger, /equip rusty sword. Another thing you can do is you can switch to your shield, of course, as well. You could do a /equip rusty sword and /equip rusty shield, and that'll also pop on that. It makes life a lot easier. You don't have to go into your bags. You don't have to scour through your equipment to put on your weapons. All right, so lastly, now we can combine some of these macros, and I'm going to give some examples to maybe help you out. And if you have any questions, you can always ask in the comments below. Guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're liking what you're seeing so far. Ring the bell so you get notified. I'm putting out videos all the time now. And so right off the bat, guys, combining macros, here's a couple examples. You could do a equip macro combined with a cast ability. So for example, maybe for if you're a druid and your weapons are like stat sticks, as people like to say, if you are about to use like an innervate or something of the sort, you could maybe pop on a spirit weapon and pop innervate. So you could do /equip your spirit weapon, whatever it has a lot of spirit on. Your next ability you're casting is /cast innervate, right? And so it does this nicely, smoothly, so you don't have to go through your bags once again. As a warrior, you could do a /equip and your battle stances, and that allows you once again to just have ultimate efficiency. All right, and so the next one I'd like to talk about is a great one to have pretty much for everybody, is a /dismount and then followed by /cast whatever spell you want to use. So if you're a mage, you can /dismount and you could cast Frostbolt, and this will allow you to dismount and cast Frostbolt. In classic WoW, if you try to use Frostbolt while you're on your mount, you will not dismount and you're gonna look like a fool and you're gonna waste time. So to be ultimate efficient, once again, this is what macros are all about, is efficiency. Dismount and you're automatically casting Frostbolt. As a cool combination for warriors, and this is a popular one, it's a cheesy one, you do /cast charge and /cast hamstring. What this allows you to do is two abilities in one. So you charge on your first hit, right? And then now that you're close to them and you have enough rage, you can now cast hamstring. You won't be able to cast charge again because you're out of, first of all, you're in combat. The next thing is also you're out of range because you're up close, or you're in range, I should say. And you are now able to cast hamstring. As previously stated, this is all about efficiency, and this allows you to be able to save on your buttons on your bars. And so that is it for the overview of macros, guys. I hope this was helpful for you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. I plan on having a lot more videos coming up soon. Come follow me on my Twitch. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day.